Hey friends, welcome back to day 5 of Love Series. We're outside today because it's absolutely beautiful. There's not a cloud in the sky. So hopefully it's nice where you are. Let's sit up on a block or a pillow or a stacked blanket. Anything just to give you that height in your hips, just to open them up. Sitting up nice and tall. Just give yourself a little smile. And let's take a deep breath in. Close those eyes, completely exhaling. One more deep breath in. Completely exhaling. Last one. Deep breath in. Starting to become present on our mat. Letting go of everything else we have going on in the world. Crossing at your ankles, whether you're up on a block or not. You can also place one foot in front of the other, or even half lotus. So we're sitting up tall. Bring your hands to your hips, and we're gonna bring our upper body over to the right, and then forward, opening our chest, and then over to the left, and we round slightly in the back. So we go right, forward, left, back, reverse, left, forward, right, back. Now we go right, forward, left, back, left, forward, right, back. Sitting up nice and tall again. You're probably wondering, well, why did we do that? Well, it'll get everything flowing down there. It'll help your digestion. Reach those arms over your head. Look up towards those hands. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chin to chest as your hands come down. We're going to do it again. Breathe in, arms overhead. Look up towards those hands. Exhale, chin to chest. Last one, breathe in. Arms overhead. Look up towards those hands. Make an intention for your practice, whether it's just doing your best or finishing the practice. Whatever it is, deep breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Let's bring those hands out in front, stretch those fingers, make a fist. Stretch those fingers, make a fist. One more time, stretch, fist. Wrist circles. Then the other way. Couple shoulder rolls. We just want to get our body warmed up before I really do the damage. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead and move that block or pillow out from underneath your seat and meet me in a tabletop. Hopefully the lighting is okay and you can see me. I'll make sure to edit it. Coming into tabletop, we have a flat back. We're going to tuck our belly button in, tightening our core. Spine is straight, neck is in line with the spine. Knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. We're going to bring our right leg up. Square those hips again, make sure you're not tipping. Square them to the mat. Left arm comes up. We're going to breathe in, tighten the core. And then exhale, bring your hand and leg out about 30 degrees. And then bring it back. So it's a very slow and controlled movement. My regular yogis know it well. The more slow and controlled you do it, the more benefit you'll get. Bring that right leg down. We're going to take it to the left. Left leg comes out. Point those toes. Right arm comes out. Make sure those hips are squared. Core is tight. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring it out 30 degrees, arm and leg at the same time. Coming back to center. Deep breath in. Exhale, out to the side. Back through center. Breathe in. Exhale, out to the side. One more time, breathe in. Exhale. Coming back through center. My airplane. My regular yogis know about the airplanes too. Let's do a couple of cat-cows just to warm up our back. So we're gonna breathe in, open the chest, arch the back, and then exhale, round through, pushing away from the mat. Breathe in, arch. Exhale, round. Coming back to neutral. Curl those toes. Slowly come into your first downward dog. And see how tight those calves are, and the ankles and the hamstrings. They're super tight. I want you to be aware of the difference between this first downward dog compared to like the middle or the last one we do. Your heels will be closer to the mat. Your legs will feel a lot more limber and stretched. Let's go ahead and tuck that tailbone up towards the sky. We're gonna lift our right leg, deep breath in. Hips are squared to the mat. We're gonna exhale and step it wide, coming into lizard pose. Lowering down to our forearms. You can also lower that back leg. Walk your right leg in and see if you can place your forearm on the outside of that leg, or the outside of that foot, I should say. And breathe. Try to keep that knee in as best as you can. Don't let it fall out. See if you can curl your toes and lift up on the back leg. Take a breath. And we're going to come back up and slide that leg back, coming into our first plank. Adjusting your plank, making sure you're in the right posture. We don't want the butt too high or sag those hips. We want a nice straight line, and we want to tuck our tailbone slightly so that our core engages. Let's take a deep breath in. You can either drop your knees down to modify, or exhale, flip those feet, and open up to upward facing dog. Roll onto your left hips, look over that shoulder. You should feel a nice side stretch. Coming back through center. Roll onto your right hips. Look over that shoulder. Try to keep your arms straight. Coming back through center. Slowly lower down. We're going to roll onto our right. Forearm plank. Lifting up those hips. My elbow is under my shoulder. I'm going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift, lift, lift the top leg. Lower it down. It's only 3. I know it's hard, but this is where you're going to build up your endurance, build up those muscles, build up that strength. Coming on to the other side, forearm plank. Again, my elbow is under my shoulder. I'm going to lift my hips, place my right hand on my hip, and lift. Tighten that core. lower down. Coming back onto your belly. Curl those toes. Slowly rise back to your downward dog. Already you can feel the backs of your legs loosening up. And breathe. Tailbone towards the sky. On your next breath in, left leg comes high, three-legged dog. Hips are squared. Exhale, we're going to step it through and then wide. Coming down onto your forearms. And then lower that knee. Take a breath. And then you're going to walk your left leg in and see if you can place your forearm down on the outside of that leg. Trying to keep that knee as close to your body as possible. And breathe. For a little more core workout, you would lift that back leg and breathe. Let's go ahead and rise up, bringing that leg right back into a plank, and knees drop down, chin and chest to the mat. Again, we're lifting with our hands and arms so that we're not leaning so much on our chin and chest. Breathe in, come onto your belly, arms come out in front, forehead can be down on the mat, steeple grip in those hands. We're going to breathe in, exhale, lift, feet and arms, and lower down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, and lower. Hands come under your shoulders, curl those toes, come back to your downward dog. I know that's hard, and it hurts, and it's painful, but back strength is very important. We want to make that spine strong. We want our backs to be strong so that when we're nice and old, we're standing up tall and straight, right? Let's take a deep breath in, and we're going to slowly rolling through our feet, stretching those feet, walk it up towards the front of your mat. Really getting a nice warm up in those feet. Activating our quads, tightening our core. Forward fold. Let it hang. Take a moment, take a breath. Maybe the backs of your legs are super tight. Maybe give them a little massage. And let's take a deep breath in. Slowly roll up. Exhale, arms overhead. Hands come to heart. Let's come into chair pose. So we sit back, arms overhead. Tuck that tailbone, tighten your core, lift your chest. I'm going to take a deep breath in. And I'm going to exhale. See if you can come onto the balls of your feet. And then bring your arms into airplane. And maybe bring them back up overhead, staying on the balls of your feet. And then back to airplane. Hold it here. See if you can lift up a little higher. Sit back a little more. Take a breath. Exhale, forward fold. Deep breath in. Slowly rise. Exhale, arms overhead. Hands to heart. Bringing all of our weight into the four corners of our left foot. I'm going to come into flamingo pose, lifting my right leg up, standing up nice and tall. I'm going to take a deep breath in, exhale, and I'm going to slowly bring it back to Warrior Three. Again, if you need a wall, feel free. And then I'm going to gently drop right back into my Warrior Two. If you need to heel toe it a little wider, just so that your stance is more of a 90-degree angle in that front leg. Arms come out, keeping this nice and graceful. Deep breath in, reach it front. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Airplane. Keeping that bend in that front leg. Humble warrior. Right arm comes over that ear, keeping that chest open. Coming back up, Warrior Two, straightening that front leg. Both feet turn over to the right side of your mat. Hands to hips, bending from the hips, flat back. Starting to bend forward. And forward fold in a wide-legged stance. Hi. You can also bring your hands out further in between the legs for more of a stretch. Take a moment to breathe. Coming back through center. So now we're in forward fold, just like we were with our legs together. And then when we do flat back, we come into a nice flat spine. I'm going to walk my right hand over to my left ankle, and then I'm going to twist open left arm to the sky. Take a breath. And now I'm going to walk my left hand to my right ankle, twisting open my right arm to the sky. Deep breath. Coming back through. Halfway lift. Forward fold. I'm going to walk it over to the back of my mat. Coming into a high lunge. Lowering down on that back foot. I'm going to slowly cartwheel it open to Warrior Two on the other side. Deep breath in. Reach it front. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Coming right into humble warrior. Left arm comes over that ear. Chest is open. Breathing. And turning, framing that front foot, coming onto the ball of my back foot. I'm going to bend that back leg. And I'm going to baby step all the way up to the front of my mat. Coming back to my forward fold. Slowly rise, breathing in. Exhale, arms overhead. Hands to heart. This time I want all four corners of my right foot on the mat evenly. Standing up nice and tall, I'm going to bring my left leg up into flamingo pose. My hands are at my heart. I'm going to breathe in, and I'm going to exhale, slowly coming in to Warrior Three. Breathing. You can have a small bend in that front leg, and gently fall back to your Warrior Two. You know the drill. Reach front, breathing in. Exhale, back to your peaceful warrior, keeping that bend. Humble warrior. This time, I'm going to bring both hands on the inside of that front foot. And I'm going to start turning, coming to the front, and coming into a high lunge on that left side of my foot, facing the front of our mat again. I'm going to lower and flatten my back foot. Coming back up to warrior two and reaching front, breathing in. Exhale, warrior, peaceful warrior, keeping that bend in the front leg. Humble warrior. Right arm over that ear, chest is open. Deep breath in. I'm going to frame that front foot, bend on that back foot, and step it right up. And here we are at the front of our mat again. So we just kind of did like a big circle basically. So we're going to slowly rise, deep breath in. Exhale, arms overhead. This time we're going to stretch over to the right, hips come out to the left. And come back through center, breathe in. Tighten that core, exhale over to the left. Coming back through center and dive it down. Halfway lift, just like we did in our wide-legged pose. Forward fold. Bring those feet together. Arms come behind, belly to thighs. You're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly come up into your chair, sitting back. Hands to heart. Breathe in. We're going to exhale, twist it over to the right. My left elbow comes to the outside of that right leg. Looking up towards the sky on my right side. Now, this is going to be a little bit more challenging. We're going to bring all of the weight to our right foot. And see if you can slowly slide that foot back. So now we're in a twisted lunge. You might fall. If you do, that's okay. Try again. Make sure your core is tight and you breathe. Maybe you even open up those arms on the outside of that leg. Coming back, hands back together, framing that front foot, bend that back foot, step it right up to the front. Feet come together, hands come behind us, bellies to thighs. Breathe in. Exhale, come right into your chair pose. Sit back, tuck that tailbone, tighten the core, lift the chest. Hands to heart. Let's twist it over to the left. We tighten the core, lifting those bellies off of the thigh. Lifting those bellies off of our thighs. Looking up towards the sky over that left elbow. Again, this is going to be tricky. You can look down, just make sure that that foot is evenly on the mat. All the weight starts to come into the left foot. Breathe in, exhale, step it back gently. You can even kind of wiggle it back until you come into your twisted lunge. And breathe. Maybe you even open those hands up. Bring them back together. Frame that front foot. Step it back to your plank, chaturanga. Deep breath in. Come forward or drop down to your knees. Exhale, elbows in at your side. Flip those feet, upward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale, bend those knees, curl toes, coming back to your downward dog. Sorry, there's a lot of airplanes that fly by because there's a little airport right by my house. It's not like a commercial airport, it's just like a mini airport, so it's a bunch of mini planes. All right, take a moment to breathe. Feeling that heart rate rise as we do this amazing thing for our body. I just want you to stop and take a minute and just tell yourself you're proud of yourself for showing up on the mat, for showing up for yourself day in and day out, for treating your body with kindness and love. Let's take a deep breath in. Right leg comes high, three-legged dog. Open it up. Heel towards the glute, keeping those arms squared to the mat. We're going to exhale, come through the center. Listen carefully. I'm going to start to turn over to my left side, kicking out that right leg, lifting that left arm. My left foot is still on the mat, flat. And then I'm going to bring my hands back to the mat, come right back to warrior three. If not, just come right back to downward dog. Okay, did you get that? Let's take it to the other side. Deep breath in, left leg comes high, three-legged dog. Open it up. Exhale. Deep breath in, coming through center. Watch as I turn and exhale. Kicking that leg out, lifting that arm. And then I'm going to touch both hands to the mat, twisting my lower body, coming back to warrior three. And walk it out. Great job. Go ahead and lower down to your knees, coming back into tabletop. We're going to do a little bit of core work here. Whew. If you're tired like me, you're not alone. All right, so now we're in tabletop. We're going to curl those toes, lift about an inch off of the mat, and then we're going to just sway to the front and sway back a little bit. So I'm just coming a little forward, keeping my knees lifted and coming back, keeping my core engaged and breathing. Coming back to neutral. Deep breath in. Exhale. Right leg straightens. And bring it back down. Don't lower the knees. Left leg straightens. Lower it down. Right leg. Left leg. Hold it. And now you can lower. Swing those feet around. I know you're probably cussing me out. Sorry. Trying to shorten them up, but I also want you guys to get just as good of a workout. I just don't want the videos to be an hour long every time, because I think people get intimidated by that number. And if it's somebody that's never done my yoga, they're going to automatically see that 1 hour timestamp and be like, I'm not doing that. But in all reality, it's really just 40 minutes, and we're taking 20 minutes at the end to stretch into our splits and stuff. So anyway, stop talking, Katie. That's why your videos are an hour long. Duh. All right, let's slowly come down to our forearms. Legs out long. Opening that chest by rolling the shoulders back, keeping that neck in line with our spine. Deep breath in, right leg comes up, and bring it in. And out, and in. Out, and in. Now lift the left leg, and see if you can do that too. Keeping that leg lifted, it's a very slow, controlled movement. You might need to lift that left leg higher to keep your forearms on the mat, but you should be able to really feel it in your core. It's a very slow, controlled movement, but this works your entire core. All right, let's switch. So now right leg comes out. You can lift it up so you're not like, rolling and wobbling. And now we just bring it out to meet the right leg, and then you bring it in. Bring it out and in. Make sure you're breathing. This looks easier than it is, doesn't it? One more. Lay back. Hug those knees in. Give yourself a little hug. And let's bring feet down. Hands behind. We're going to do a reverse table. We're going to take a deep breath in. Roll those shoulders open. Exhale, lifting those hips. You might need to walk your feet out a little bit to lift your hips higher. And from here, see if you can straighten both legs coming into reverse plank. Hold it for 3 breaths. Slowly lower down. Lay back. Geez, that plane is really low. That plane was super low. Did you hear how close it sounded? Jeez. Alright, bring those feet in. Hands interlace behind your back, your head, the back of your head. God, why can't I talk? Elbows out wide. Keep that fruit or ball right there, that imaginary ball between your chest and your chin so you're not cranking, keeping it open. If you look up and out about a foot, that will help keep your neck nice and open as well. We're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift, lift, come down. Slow and controlled is key. Breathe in. Exhale to lift. Exhale to lift. Lower. Keep going. One more. And lower down. Give me a good morning stretch. Oh yeah, that should feel really good. Left leg stays on the mat, right knee hugs in towards the body. Open that hip up, keeping that left leg active by flexing the foot. We're going to twist over to the left. Right arm comes out, both shoulder blades on the mat. This is great for digestion, great for constipation, great for metabolism. Breathing. If you want to take it a step further, you can grab that toe and stretch that leg out. Bending it back in, hug it in through the center, and bring it down. Left leg comes in now, right leg is out long. Activate by flexing that foot. We're going to open that hip up. Take a breath. And now we're going to twist it over to the right. Left arm comes out, both shoulder blades on the mat. You can look over towards that left hand and breathe. Again, great for digestion, constipation, and metabolism. Any twisting motion. If you want to grab that toe, take it a step further, stretch it out. Try to keep both shoulder blades on the mat. And bring it back through center, hug that knee in, and lower it down. Let's quickly come into a comfortable seat. I don't want to hold you guys too long. Again, you don't need blocks for this. I just want to practice the middle splits. You know, we're not just doing splits and middle splits just to do splits and middle splits. It just helps opening up our hips, and it helps with our flexibility, strength, balance, you name it. So it's super beneficial. I like to add, I think I'll probably do splits maybe twice a week instead of doing it every other day, just so that the videos aren't so long. But feel free to do them at any time when you're at home, whatever. So even the middle splits, like I said, watch TV. You can slowly bring like whatever you're leaning on out further and further, so you start to come forward, keeping a straight spine, and keep your feet flexed. The more you flex your feet, the more of a stretch you're going to get, and the more flat your legs will be towards the mat. That's like a true stretch, is flexing those feet, you know? Because if I were to point my feet, my knees kind of start to come up and I don't feel the stretch as much. All right, and let's push it out a little further, keeping that spine nice and long. And breathe. I hope you guys are really loving the series. You know, I try to mix it up, keep it fresh. I do a lot of the same things just because I want us to grow and practice, but I don't want it to be so repetitive every day. I want to switch it up so that we're utilizing different muscles in our bodies and all that good stuff, you know. All right, perfect. Come on, rise up. Move those blocks out of the way. And let's come into our corpse pose. Slowly lay back. Gently. And you can do corpse pose like however you really want. I tell people you can do butterfly pose on the bottom, or if you want to bring your feet wide and then knees come in, or just regular old corpse pose. It's up to you, whatever you're most comfortable at, because you really want to sink into your mat, close your eyes, and listen to the sound of your own breath coming into a nice peaceful meditative state, just for a few moments, and then I'll let you guys go. Make sure you're letting go of anywhere your body holds tension, and just take some slow, controlled, deep breaths. Make sure you empty out your exhales, and I'll stop talking. Go ahead and wiggle your toes and your fingers. I told you I wasn't going to keep you long. And if you want to, you can bend your right knee, left arm comes out long, turning over, right hand as a kickstand. You can bend both knees in and just hold it in your, oh my gosh, my mind just blanked. Fetal pose for just a breath. Super cozy. And let's gently make our way up to a comfortable seat. Again, if you want to end on a block or a pillow, just to remind you to keep your back nice and straight and your crown lifted towards the sky. Let's close our eyes. We're going to do 2 ohms. Hands can be in your lap or on your knees, wherever they're most comfortable. Even if you want to bring them to your heart or do like a mudra, feel free. Take a deep breath in. One more deep breath in. Give yourself a little smile. Hands to heart. Gently opening your eyes. Thank you guys so much for practicing along with me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I'm so happy that you are all here, showing up for yourselves, and trusting me to be your guide. I truly, truly appreciate it. I hope to see you back for day 6 tomorrow. Namaste. Have a great rest of your day, or morning, or night.